sponsored by the Department of Anthropology. So I'd like to welcome you all here as students, and I'd like to extend a special sort of welcome to our speaker, but also to Alexander Manopati, who's here.
Hi,
Thank
everybody.
you very much, Alexander.
Yes, thank
He's
you, man.
also a leader of a movement from Indonesia, a movement for South Malacca's independence and another sort of area that Indonesia has also colonized. But I want to focus on introducing our speaker today, and I really feel honored to introduce John Anari, our speaker, because we read, I think many of us have read, Jimmy Monroe's ethnography, or you've heard me mention it. And she's an Australian ethnographer who's done research on Papuan students who traveled to Sulawesi, northern Sulawesi, to study. And one thing she mentioned in there is that the Indonesian sort of dominant social, political, and cultural system tries to instill Papuans with a sense of being ashamed, of being malu, right, of being docile. And so our speaker today, John Nardi, when he was young, he opposed that. He resisted that sort of double consciousness, to feel that he's got to be shy and malu. He stood up as a university student to racializing comments and denigration and so forth. And he stood up to that verbally, he stood up to it physically as a student. And I think that is part of the spirit he's maintained. He began organizing independent resistance groups among Papuans as a university student, and it became sort of well known, right? The Indonesian political structures began to get worried about him, and they tried to implement what they've done with several generations of Papuans, right? To try to imprison him, to try to terrorize him, and also to murder him, right? From the 60s, 70s, 80s. Each generation coming up, they tried to eliminate him. And so John was wily and smart. He was able to escape and evade Indonesian intelligence. He's living in exile in the United States. He's continued to morph his organization into the West Papuan Liberation Organization. He's been working tirelessly over the last decade, going to the U.S. Congress, going to the United Nations, making an argument for them to reverse their decision made in the 1960s, which is well explained to us, in which they facilitated the Indonesian government occupation of Papua. Right? And so, and actually tomorrow he's going to be speaking at the Forum for Indigenous Groups in the United Nations, engaging in this, again, a debate with Indonesian representatives that will be there trying to deny the rights of it's going to be a debate, right? So it's going to be back and forth in this forum. And so just join me in welcoming John.
Thank you.
Let me get out of your way.
Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you for inviting me up here. And I'm glad to see you and to share my experience for fighting. I'm sorry. For fighting for freedom, for my people's rights. Because we have the right to self-determination. I'm sorry. Yeah. Because my people are suffering. That's why we study in the university, we graduate completed IT engineering, and then I work in the university as the lecturer, but I quit, and then I go to BP, British Petroleum, because the BP then took oil and money in my island. And then I work with them, but the owner is not us. The owner is from Andrew, the Prince Andrew, United Kingdom King, son. Yeah. And I work with them, but I just look, but because me doing the research and then collect the data and information, because I'm IT engineering, so I'm looking, and then I try to collect the information about my land, how my land occupied by Indonesia. That's why I'm looking, and then I found everything. So I know this is wrong, so better be fine. So I get up, and I'm not, I'm still working with BP, but I publish some document and information about my land, and then the Indonesian Special Force come to BP, and pick up me. But the president of BP is my friend, so he said, oh no one come pick up him. So he just blocked me, and they go, and then he asked me whether you running out, or you come back to your land, or you get out from Indonesia. And then I come back to my land, and then I try to work in the TV, the Papua TV, and then I work there only 1 month only. The police come and send a letter, they're looking for me. So we quit and then go to my city, and then I arrange the student in the campus, and I tell them, I show the document and information to them, and finally they know, and then I say, this I cannot do by myself, so we must organize and we fight together. Because I know the information to the United Nations, so we can share this in the United Nations. And then because United Nations also make wrong for our island. That's why we join and we create the organization. The first time we call it was Papua Indigenous Organization, and then today we changed to West Papua Liberation Organization. So I registered to the UN, as the UN civil society, join, and then every year I can come and speak in the United Nations. And last day, hearing with the UN President General Assembly, so I tell him in the meeting, I tell him, you must reform this resolution. The resolution 2544 is wrong because the referendum was done by 400 indigenous Papuan. They choose by Indonesian military and under control, under gun pressure, to fought for joining with Indonesia and reject independence. And then finally the president said, oh, this is a difficult question. And in fact, but he answered the question. You must do this, you must try to bring your draft looking for one country or some groups of country, and then you push your draft to me, and then I sign so you can refuse the resolution. So now I'm here, so I will look for another country, only one step away, my country will be independent. Yeah, okay, thank you. So I continue with my territory, my presentation. That is New Guinea. New Guinea island in the north of Australia. New Guinea is the second largest island in the world after Greenland, and then the third forest in the world after Amazon and Congo, and New Guinea is the second. But Indonesia today make a forest degradation in my island. So New Guinea, before under Dutch and British control, they separated this in 1828, and then but after that the Japanese came in 44 and then 42 and then kicked them out. And then the US and British and Netherlands, they joined force, kicked Japanese out from this territory, and then the US allies give back this land to them, and then they're preparing for, according to the because they established the United Nations, so according to the United Nations Charter Article 73, was granted independence for all non-self-governing territory, include New Guinea people and the North Pacific Island. New Guinea, before we still live in the primitive era, since United Nations established, our people still, they don't have the government, everything, so Netherlands and British set up this territory to the United Nations Charter, according to the United Nations Charter for that's why Netherlands go to meeting with Indonesia. The meeting in the Marino conference, they set up in New Guinea is different than Indonesia. The land preparing for independence for Indonesia different with us. So that's why in the 6 February, the US, Netherlands, and France, they joined, they make a South Pacific Commission. In 6 February, they signed the agreement, they call Canberra Agreement. So in the Charter 2 of the agreement, said clear that the territorial scope include the Netherlands, New Guinea in the Part 2. So this position in New Guinea, Netherlands, New Guinea is not part of Indonesia. And then so,
Papua!
Merdeka!
Papua!
Merdeka!
Papua!
Merdeka!
yes, thank you so much.
Merdeka!